Hey Shrub Crafters, today we got a special treat, really special treat. Got myself another flintlock, this time Pennsylvania. Got it from Cabelas. Not a huge fan of shopping on Cabelas unless they've got some awesome sale. Mainly because their prices tend to be overinflated. But I was not able to locate this flintlock anywhere else other than, or in this exact model. So I think this is a Cabelas exclusive. Trying to get that in there for you. What does it say? Pennsylvania Flint 50 caliber. It's Pedersoli. So right now, if you go to Cabelas, they have a free expedited shipping. It's the best I've seen on theirs lately. I have a Blue Ridge percussion, which is the same as a Frontier, just some of the parts cheapened up a little bit for Cabelas. Inside, Cabelas muzzleloading manual. Something that should be noted if you're buying one of these for the first time. Cabelas does tend to have their own exclusives. I was very particular in what I wanted, and after doing some research, I settled on wanting the 50. Pedersoli's website says they have a 32 and a 45, and then you can find all over Gunbroker a 50, but you don't find it with the inlay. We'll get to that in a second. Now, something that should be noted, there is black powder data in there, and it does tell you the rifle data for a 50 using a round ball is 90 grains of powder in 2F and 70 in 3F for a 50, and that's a patched round ball. A 360 2R conical in the 50, 490, would be an 80 grains max and 60 max of triple F. These are the do not exceed maximum loads. So you're going to work your way up to these. So the next couple of days here, I will be sighting this in. We're going to start at probably 50. So when a 50 cal kid start at 50 grains, it just gives you a starting point. And then we'll work our way up to 90 and see what happens to our spray. So hang on to that. Don't get rid of it. Have a 2 CD set. I got one of these years ago, and I think it was just a product catalog. Styrofoam. This is the Pedersoli. I believe it's Pedersoli. I say it Pedersoli. It's hard not to change things. Now let's get right down to it. Here we go. Packed well as usual. Cabelas did a good job. Always does a good job on that. Substantially weighty. And going to have to take this out of narrow in a second here. Let's get a look. Here is the lock and inlay, and that's the number one reason I bought this. I wanted an inlay. Yes, I can do an inlay myself on the other one. This has the browned barrel, which is a little probably hard to see right now. It's completely oiled up, which is nice. Very beautiful stock, pinned together. Nice muzzle cap, sight, and what's really nice is adjustable rear sight. On the Frontier or the Blue Ridge, it's just a really crappy rear sight, very narrow, very hard to see through, and mine out of the box I had to drift to adjust for windage. Right here you've got a set screw that you, or it's screwed into the top, and they can drift this over either way, and you have an adjustable very similar. So, yeah. Let's try that, not being so close. .42-inch barrel. Wooden ramrods on the way too. I ordered from Track of the Wolf. Ooh, that one's tight in there. Ordered from Track of the Wolf. Some brand new ramrods because these will break. This is probably the worst thing about it. It's very lightweight, flimsy. Alright, got my zoom out a little bit. So this is the first impressions of this. Absolutely beautiful. Let's see if I can even get that in there. Right in the end of that muzzle is a heavy grease down inside. So the barrel is not brown blued, so the brown rusting style of bluing. It's almost like a Cerakote I've read from them, which is that's awesome from a hunting standpoint. But it is interesting that they always leave the face of the muzzle untreated. The pins are nicely recessed on the left side, with a slight coming through on the right side. So they're a little more to the right than the left, just how they were driven in. I'll have to look. I was told that flints come with this. Rear set trigger. Hair trigger. That's nice. The nice thing is that I do have flints. The bad thing is that if I don't see anything else in here. Cats are checking the box out for me. Yeah, I don't see anything in here. So does not come with a flint, even though when I asked that question it says it did come with a flint. English flints, don't buy that cheap crap, pre-cut, pre-sawn. They just don't work, they don't spark as well as good English flints. Buy some English flints and we'll go over the difference there. So here you have it. Pedersoli 50 cal, balance point, right about there. Definitely not as light as my custom. It's hard to beat a custom though because of the quality, the weight of the barrel, all parts and components that you put into them, you make it your own. This one, I was looking at making my own, getting a Fowler or some other stuff, and for the price, by the time I buy a kit and invest the time, I wanted to get something to use this year. Not that I didn't have anything to use this year, but I was looking for another flintlock to use this year, and I really wanted something with over a 40-inch barrel. Most people want shorter tree stands, things like that, but just up on the shrub stead, this is what I've been looking for. Something nice and long. One thing to note, right here, that is very comfortable compared to the Frontier. The Frontier doesn't fit my hands. It's almost made for smaller kids. So when I'm shooting it, everything falls down. So if you pull your arm up out of the way, your hand slides in. You come down like down here. Almost, I'm too long for this in a way. So let me see. I can stand up. Sights. Nice buckhorns. Smaller lock than I was thinking, just because I'm used to a Durzag style. So big lock, but it is nice. Touch hole seems to be lined up and real small. So compared to a Durzag, about half the size. Really, really strong lock. Mainspring, but bounces right over. So we'll see if it needs any tuning. I'll get some. I'm gonna go get a flint, and we'll put it in. But there you go. First impressions, not too bad. Patch holder opens up. I was wondering if the flint would be in there. No. Throw some patches down there if you want to. I just wanted something with a nice inlay, and I may add some myself to this. But we're ready to go. There you have it. We're gonna put a lot of rounds through it this weekend and get this ready to go for hunting season coming up, which is in another just over a month and a half. covered in grease. So great, impressive.